Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Stu Puppet Arena. My name is Anand, your play-by-play voice. Bringing you the action between the Southern Alberta Chaos, who is visiting from the Tabor area, and the Calgary Bandits. We have quite a lot of roster changes. We'll walk you through towards the entire coverage, but thanks for spending the time here on CROW LAX TV. As we get started, the Junior B Tier 2 between the Calgary Bandits and the Southern Alberta Chaos. The Chaos with the possession to begin with, wearing all red and black trim. As Chaos move it down forward into their offensive zone now. Kept it in, tries to take a shot and made the first save as the Calgary Bandits starting goaltender number 1, Braden Newells, who has played 3 games with a .827 save percentage and a 10.7 goals against average and 1 assist in the season. As it now traveled up high for the Calgary Bandits now. Easton Smith is wearing number 12 today. He's one of the affiliate players listed on the roster. Down near to Erin Crowchild. Crowchild sends it left wing over to Easton Smith now. Back to Erin Crowchild. He has the ball still, sending it down center. Looking for a lane is Blake Davis. Blake Davis now sends it back behind over to Jason Thorpe. Jason now taken down was Blake Davis, lost his stick though. And couple players will tangle forward near the penalty box as a shot clock violation for the Calgary Bandits. It will be the possession for the Chaos. Michael Dyke, sorry, that's Jed Matisho, pardon me, sends it back behind over to Dash Robichaud. Robichaud tries to take a shot. Jed Matisho as well, kept it on the far left wing. Now coming the other way is the Calgary Bandits, the assistant captain wearing Paxton Cross Busoli. Paxton now waiting for it. Paxton still waiting for it, sends it to Ethan Mack. Ethan Mack now on the far left wing, tagging along is Blake Davis. Blake Davis and Ethan Mack working together. Finds the loose ball, now it will go the other way for the Chaos. Chaos now over to Talon Ozaduk. Talon now. And now it will transfer over swiftly again to the Calgary Bandits. Jason Thorpe now. Jason sends it back behind. Loses the ball though. Try to send it over to teammate Bio Larsen Gartree. Michael Dyke now. Waiting for it. Over to Teason Knife. Trying to look for a shooting lane, but that's stopped in front by Braden Knowles. On the other end, it's number 40 for Jack Bushell starting between the pies for the Southern Alberta Chaos. 3 games played, .714 save percentage, 8.67 goals against average, and 1 assist under his belt. Now it's swiftly over to the Southern Alberta Chaos. It will be for Braden Streifel. Streifel now. We don't have the top player for the Southern Alberta Chaos today. Austin Sheen is not available for services. As it's swift wide. Now it goes all the way behind. Jack Bushall now. Sends it right across. Now it's the Calgary Bandits with it. Working up high in their offensive zone. 16:50 remaining in the first period. Over to Ethan Mack now. Ethan Mack finds the ball. Ethan Mack sends it up high. Looks like we have a delay penalty coming up. Extra attacker for the Calgary Bandits. It's Blake Davis who stepped up, so we'll see an illegal cross-checking call as the first penalty of this lacrosse game. Southern Alberta Chaos number 13, Asher Pancoast, is headed to the box. We'll see what this transpires for the Calgary Bandits. Calgary Bandits not having a great season. Just a 1 win, 11 losses, placed 8th. Head coach is Josh Moore. And the last the Calgary Bandits played was a 16-4 loss against the Axeman on June 21st. So the players have got a break for both these teams. We'll talk about the record of the Southern Alberta Chaos in just moments time as they're working short-handed now. Ty Hansen now. Ty Hansen taken down. Kept it around. Circles it back behind, over to Dash Robichaud. Dash now sends it over to Ty Hansen again. Sorry, that's Carter Kirchhoff, who has played 12 games this season, 11 goals, 24 assists, and 35 points. Back behind now, sends it over to Dash Robichaud. Dash now waiting for it. 57 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. Dash now. So now sends it over to Ty Hansen. Ty Hansen up high. Over to Thiessen Knife. Thiessen Knife now sends it right across. Tries to take a shoot and scores! Short-handed Dash Robichaud opens the scoring for the Chaos. So beauty short-handed to get things open underway for the Southern Alberta Chaos. Back to the action as there was a loose ball for a moment as Ethan Max tried to grab it. Ethan Mack kept along the far wing and sends it across. Southern Alberta Chaos coming up strong high. Grant Petronak, that is. Right over to Colton Leckie. Leckie now waiting on the far left wing to chase it forward. Sends it right across parallel. Colton Leckie tried to take a shot and Brandon Newell saves it. Sends it over to the other side. Declan McLaughlin missed it from the Bandits. But it's saved, luckily for them. Now it's Declan McLaughlin now. Declan trying to enter, tries to take a shot, and that goes high and wide. Blake Davies now. Back behind over to Easton Smith. Tries to take a shot, and that goes behind the net this time. 14:04 remaining, 1-0 the score of a short-handed goal from the Chaos. Over to Asher Pankos. Asher Pankos leaves it for Dash Robichaud. Robichaud now sends it right across. Driving it right in front. Over to Thiessen Knife. Over to Dash Robichaud. Tries to take a shot and right in front. But Braden Knowles makes a save. Just checking where that ball went. Got the ball free now. Paxton Cross Basoli now. Paxton with it, sends it to the far left wing. Over to Colin Chisholm. Colin now waiting for it. But it's over to Nathan Foster now. Sorry, pardon me, that's Easton Smith again. Number 12, and makes a save is Jax Bushall. Chaos coming now the other way. It's over to Heath McCall, the affiliate player for the Chaos. Over to Jed Matisho. Matisho waiting for the ball. Onto the far left wing now. Hunter Scrove. Scrove now tries to take a shot, and that's... And they'll say it's not a goal despite it going inside the net. 12:43 remaining. Right over to Michael. Right over to Jason Thorpe. And we'll see a change of position for the Chaos. 12:37 remaining. Thanks for spending this broadcast with us on CROW LAX TV. Over to Ty Hansen. Sends it right across over to Colton Litke. Let K now up high. Back behind. Over to Dash Robbie Choud. Circles it around. Tries to take a shot at Braden Null. Stops that. 12:15 remaining in the first frame of this lacrosse game. Carter Kirchhoff sends it up high. Over to Keaton Bauer. Keaton Bauer, that's on the Bandits. Now it's the other way. Asher Pankos now. Over to Carter Kirchhoff. Kept near side. Over to Jed Matisho. Tries to take a shot. Fumble through, and Braden Knowles makes a save on that play. 11:52 remaining. Calgary Bandits coming the other way. Jason Thorpe now. Jason working with it. Lost the ball from the defense from the Chaos. Fought along the boards. Now it's free for the Chaos. It's Heath McCall driving it forward. Heath McCall tried to go by himself, but slowed down by the Calgary Bandits. Right over to Dash Robbie Choud. Dash Robbie Choud with it. Waiting for reinforcements to arrive from the recent fresh change they made. Tries to swing a shot. 9 seconds remaining on this shot clock violation. Tries to take a shot, and Brandon Knowles makes that save. 11:05 remaining as we approach the midway point of the first period. Bandits now. Right over to Paxton. Paxton retrieves the loose ball, but it didn't stay in his stick for too long. It will be tried to retrieve by Bo. Now coming the other way is Braden Streifel. Braden now sends a cross floor over to Hunter Scrove. Scrove now. Over to Carter Kirchhoff. Carter coming into this game with 35 points under his campaign with the Southern Alberta Chaos. As it's now traveling the other way. Still a battle to get the loose ball. Now it's with the Chaos now. Driving it forward. And blocked by the Bandits. Bandits coming now the other way. In their orange trims and black trim. Driving it forward. Tries to take a shot at Brandon Newells. Makes a save on that play. That was Kyle Maxwell Leicester for the Southern Alberta Chaos, who's looking for his first goal of the season. Now driving it forward. Takes a shot, but that goes far and wide from Jason Thorpe. 9:40 remaining. And we'll take, I believe that's a media timeout signal. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching CROW LAX TV on YouTube. All right, welcome back. You're watching CROW LAX TV on YouTube between the Calgary Bandits and the Southern Alberta Chaos. The score remains 1-0 thanks to a short-handed goal from the Chaos from number 12, Dash Robbie Choud. Now working over with it is the Chaos. Over to Teason Knife. Teason Knife now sends it right across, but Braden Knowles makes that save. 9:18 remaining. You can follow us on CROW LAX TV on Twitter or X, Instagram for your latest highlights of any of the games that happen and streamed on CROW LAX TV. And you can also visit RockyMountainLax.com for your latest updates on all the matches happening around the league. Saved right in front. And that's blocked out with 8:50 remaining. Chaos now. Ryder Douglas with it. Ryder sends a cross floor over to Dash Robbie Choud. Dash now. Sends it far right wing over to Carter Kirchhoff. Right in front. Tries to take a shot. That was Jed Matisho. But couldn't get that shot connected well. Over to Ryder Douglas. Ryder Douglas tries to take a shot and saved by Braden Knowles. Now coming the other way, trying to escape is the Calgary Bandits, wearing number 14, Max Vantage Sproit. Right over to Dash Robbie Choud again. And that hits the ceiling of this two-puppet arena. And it will be a quick possession of for the Southern Alberta Chaos. 8:08 remaining. Decent knife retrieves it. Sends it up high. Now Chaos. Sends it right across from the right wing. Tries to take a shot and that's stopped by Braden Knowles again. They're not counting the shots this game, so we'll... Apologies, I can't tell you how much the shot count are. But Braden Knowles has been the busiest goaltender so far of this lacrosse game so far. Chaos now. Decent knife. Sends it right across. Tries to take another shot again and that's whispered wide away. Over to Jed Matisho. Now over to Michael Dyke. Jed Matisho. Sends it far left wing. Over to Thiessen Knife. Sends it up high and dives into the crease. Trying to take a shot, but that's not as well. Tries to shoot and scores! Southern Alberta Chaos on the rebound. I believe that's of number 5, Michael Dyke. So 7:02 remaining. As face-off now returns to center floor. We'll confirm the goal scorers if possible, since we don't have an in-house P announcer today. Over to Hyle Maxwell Lester. Right in front, over to Colton Letke. Letke now. Over to Ty Hansen. Hansen right in front. Now it's coming the other way for the Calgary Bandits. Jason Thorpe. Worked along the boards. Over to Talan Ozaduk. Talan now. Sends it up high. Over to Dash Robbie Choud. Robbie Choud waiting for enforcement to arrive as they make a change. Back over to Ty Hansen. Sends a cross floor pass, but it didn't reach anybody's stick, so loose ball. Finally, the Chaos got it, but takes a shot, and that's stopped by Dylan Knowles. The Bandits tried to take a shot on a possible breakaway. That was Paxton Cross Basoli, but didn't get that shot through. Now coming the other way is Hyle Maxwell Lister. Hyle now over to Hunter Scrove. Scrove now over to Ryder Douglas. Sorry, Carter Kirchhoff, pardon me. And that stopped in front. Chaos with it again, loses the ball for a moment. 5 seconds of the shot clock violation with 5:25 remaining. And they'll say it will be a turnover possession for the Calgary Bandits, as it's still a loose ball now. Collected by Colin Chisholm. Colin now drives it up high. Looking for a pass, or looking for a teammate to pass, I should say. Over to Buell Larson is waiting for it, as well as Keaton Bauer. Now it's quickly transferred back over to the Southern Alberta Chaos. Chaos starts to play with it. Ty Hansen and Thiessen Knife and Dash Robichaud. Dash Robichaud now waiting for it. Circles around. Makes a play behind the net, but his teammate couldn't grab it as strongly as he would like. Over to Easton Smith now. Easton Smith all by himself. Tried to circle around. Make couple extra moves. Jason Thorpe now. Circles around, waiting for it. Hit along the boards, Jason Thorpe. Lost the ball temporarily. Now it's a Southern Alberta Chaos possession. Hit along the boards. No call on that play. It's over to Blake Davies. Davies now. Over to Jason Thorpe. Thorpe tries to take a shot and that goes wide of Jax Bushel. He might have gotten a piece of that. Captain Tide that will race all the way down. As Asher Pancoast is in chase for it, but it will reach to stick up Braden Newells, the starting goaltender between the pipes for the Calgary Bandits. It's the Chaos now. 3:57 remaining. Over to Grant. Grant now. Lose the ball though, so Calgary Bandits will have it. It's stuck along the boards, trying to free it. Still traffic around the boards on the far near side. And they'll say it's a Chaos ball now. And it's fumbled and all the way till the other end, so it will be now a Bandits ball instead. 3:40 remaining. On the far side is Ethan Mack. Ethan Mack now sends it down low. Round over to Bio now. Now it's a stolen breakaway for the Chaos. Wearing number 3 tries to take a shot and Braden Newells makes a save. On that breakaway, that's Braden Streifel, who is looking for his first goal or first assist of the season. Stolen by the Chaos yet once again, Evan Reiger. Sorry, pardon me, that's Heath McCall. Thought that was number 22, it's number 33 instead. Calgary Bandits now. Over to Easton Smith. Back around to Bio now. Bio still with it. Bio. Easton Smith tries to take a shot and that goes off the pad of Jax. 2:47 remaining. As they'll say, it's a Calgary Bandits ball now. Over to Blake Davis, back behind, circling it behind the net. Looking for that opportunity, Blake Davis. Over to Bio Guthrie. Bandits still working with it with the time they have remaining. 10 seconds on the shot clock violation. Ethan Mack tried to get a shot up but couldn't. They'll find the loose ball, and as the shot clock violation becomes real, it will be a turnover for the Chaos. Chaos now sends it up high. Carter Kirkhoff. Back behind, over to Colton Litke. Litke now. Waiting for it. Tries to take a shot in front. And stopped by Braden Newells. Had to look back, make sure that didn't go in. Thiessen Knife now. Right up high, over to Hale Maxwell. Back around near the glass. And now it's stolen by the Calgary Bandits. Waiting to get free is Erwin Crowchild. Sends it right across. Over to Jed Matisho. And jammed along near the net, so Braden Newells will grab it. Over to Easton Smith now. And they'll say it will be a turnover for the Chaos. As Hunter's Crow will come to retrieve a shoot. They'll say it's not a goal. They'll wave it off. That action happened so quickly, and the Chaos now asking for an explanation. But things will get solved now. It will come the other way for the Calgary Bandits now. Declan McLaughlin sends it right across. Over to Hunter Scrove. Scrove with it. Back behind. 54 seconds remaining. Last rush for the Calgary Bandits on the far left wing near the penalty box area. Declan McLaughlin. Kept out by the Chaos. Now it's on a breakaway. Tries to shoot and Braden Knowles makes a save. Second wonderful save he has made on a breakaway for Michael. That was Michael Dyke on the spotlight that time. 30 seconds remaining. 2-0 the Chaos. If you're just tuning in on to CROW LAX TV, Jed Matisho sends it up high. Right in front, tries to take a shot at Braden Knowles, makes a save again. Braden Knowles coming with a light numbers, 0.827 save percentage under his belt. So I believe we have a quick timeout. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching CROW LAX TV on YouTube. Welcome back to CROW LAX TV. The final 13.6 seconds of this first frame, but the Chaos lead 2-0. From the sounds like it, Chaos will pull their goaltender and they'll go with one extra attacker up front. Over to Jed Matisho. Sends a cross floor. Trying to take a shot. Now will do take a shot that is dash Robichaud, and time will expire. 2-0 the score. The Southern Alberta Chaos up leading thanks to goals from Dash Robichaud and Michael Dyke from the looks of it. We'll take a quick 10-minute break and be right back. You're watching Southern Alberta Chaos and Calgary Bandits on CROW LAX TV. Alright, welcome back. You are watching CROW LAX TV on YouTube, Southern Alberta Chaos and the Bandits. The Southern Alberta Chaos dominated the first period. 2-0 they lead. Thanks to goals by number 12 Dash Robbie Choud and number 50 Michael Dick. Thanks to all our viewers on YouTube tuning into the game, including Leon Greenlee, who helped me with the pronunciation of Michael Dick. Welcome back, everybody. The score remains 2-0 for the Southern Alberta Chaos. The second period is almost underway. It will be Ethan Mack and Ryder Douglas on the center floor as Ryder Douglas tried to retrieve it, but it's stolen by the Bandits. Paxton Brasoli now. And we'll have a penalty coming up. Cross-checking is the call, as this will send the Chaos to the box again. Remember, the Chaos scored on the short-handed earlier on. Now it's this time again on the power play to go for the Calgary Bandits. Ethan Mack will start proceedings as Ethan Mack drives it forward. Over to Blake Davies. And then over to Keaton Bauer. Keaton Bauer up high to Easton Smith. Over to Ethan Mack yet once again. Tries to take a shot on the power play, but couldn't get that through. That went far and wide though. Over to Ethan Mack. Back behind. Tries to take a shot and saved by Jake Bashall. Coming now the other way for the Southern Alberta Chaos and a short-handed. Almost ended up being a breakaway if it was not for it to be too high. Over to Erwin Crowchild. Over to Declan McLaughlin. Declan now waiting for it. Still waiting for it. Now sends it over to Easton Smith. Easton Smith waiting for it. Loose ball for Jason Thorpe. Jason Thorpe grabs it though as the shot clock violation clock ticks down. And you'll hear that sound as the shot clock violation has been noted. Now it's coming the other way for the Chaos. Over to Kyle Maxwell Lester. Sends it over to Michael Dick. Michael now working up high. Michael driving it forward into the crease, trying to take a shot and saved by Braden Newells. 33 seconds left on the power play for the Calgary Bandits. Coming the other way now, Bandits. Over to Nathan Foster. Down over to Paxton Basoli. Over to Easton Smith now. Sends it up high. 15 seconds on the shot clock violation as the Bandits tried to take a shot. Couldn't get the scoring opportunity there. Colin Chesholm kept it in tight. Wrapped it around. Over to Easton Smith. And the ball will get turned over to the Chaos. Chaos will grab it. Working it up high is Bauer De Ryder. Bauer now waiting for it. Sends it over to Michael Dick. Sends it over to Jacoby Lalonde. Lalonde waiting for the ball. Now there is some play behind the net as well as Michael Dyke tries to take shot or send it back behind the net. 17:23 remaining. There is a battle along the crease and shot clock violation as well for the Chaos. So it will be the Bandits coming the other way. Both the goaltenders remain same. Jack Bashall and Braden Newells between the pies for both these teams. Right across. Calgary Bandits looking for a shooting lane but couldn't get that one through. Blocked it right in front. Circled it around. Bandits with it still. Over to Jason Thorpe. Jason Thorpe tries to take a shot, but that was a shot effort in vain. Chaos now sending up high. It's over to Heath McCall. McCall now sends it cross floor, and he heads for a change over to Kata Karkov. Kata Karkov sends it to the far left wing. Now for corner. Sends it working along is Michael Dick. Michael Dick now tries to take a shot, and that goes far and wide. And shot clock will expire, 16:20 remaining. Calgary Bandits will have possession now. Jason Thorpe now working far behind as they regroup. Fell along. Good hit along center ice. Driving it forward all along is Michael Dick. He shoots and scores! Michael Dick make it 3-0 for the Chaos. And Michael Dick, if I believe it's his second goal of the game, will pen it down. And it will be 3-0 Chaos. You're once again watching CROW LAX TV on YouTube between the Chaos and the Calgary Bandits. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Instagram and Twitter social media for your latest updates on all these games that happen throughout as Calgary Bandits break possession. Sending it up high to Easton Smith now. Easton Smith trying to break loose but couldn't get through. So Jax will send it up high. Right over to Grant now. Grant leaves it for Ryder Douglas. Ryder Douglas has it. Back behind now. Ryder Douglas heads for a change after leaving it with his teammate. Over to Dash Robichaud. Over to Kata Karkov. Tries to shoot and scores! That, I believe, of number 16, Kata Karkov. Makes a 4-0 Chaos. So Chaos starting to make things a little up climb challenge for the Calgary Bandits, of course. Now coming other way is the Chaos. Over to Ryder Douglas. Jed Matisho, sorry, Michael Dick now. Over to Thiessen Knife. Thiessen now driving it forward. Tries to take a shot. I believe it went off the post as we heard the clinging, and I can see the net shaking as well. It will be Chaos possession though now. Over to Carter Kirchhoff. Carter Kirchhoff will work it forward. Over to Thiessen Knife. Carter Kirchhoff sends it around the corner. Back behind over to Jed Matisho. Matisho now tries to... Sorry, that was Colton Litke who tried to take a shot, but that goes far and wide. 14-19 remaining. Sends a cross floor pass over to Ethan Mack. Ethan Mack send it to his teammate over to Bao Gratry. Over to Jason Thorpe now, who is quarterbacking the play, but actually it will be a Chaos ball now. Braden Streifel. Streifel now working, sending it up high. Worked along the far corner. Michael Dick now. Circling it around, tries to take a low shot, but Braden Noel saves that one. 13:47 remaining. As it's with the Chaos up high. Sends it right to fresh, tries to shoot and scores! That's Dash Robichaud. And that will be his second of the game as well, I believe. So 5-0 Chaos. Still working with it. Now a loose ball. Fumbled by the Chaos though. 5-0 the score if you're tuning in. Michael Dick working up high. Tried to go on a breakaway or at least an odd man advantage, but couldn't get so. Over to Colton Litke. Litke now working with it. Trying to take a shot, but couldn't find that open lane. Carter Kirkhoff back to Colton Litke. Tries to take a shot. And that goes back behind. It will race all the way the other lengths. So it will be a Calgary Bandits ball now. Easton Smith, official making sure everybody has arrived at the right place to take that shot. Easton Smith now working it up high on the near side corner. Over to Blake Davis. Davis now circles it around, driving and passing it up high. Now it's stolen by the Chaos. Here comes Evan Reiger. Evan Reiger with it. Still looking for an open lane. Tries to send it to the far left corner. Over to Jacoby Lalonde. Jacoby. Over to Carter Kirkhoff. Lalonde now. Lalonde tries to take a shot and Braden Knowles makes that save. Lalonde now sends it on to the far corner. Over to Evan Reiger. Still with it. Tries to take a shot and Braden Knowles makes that save. 12:04 remaining. 5-0 the score from the Chaos at the moment. Over to Jacob Lalonde. Back behind the net. Now it's circled around. Tries to take another shot and Braden Knowles makes that save as the... Now it's coming the other way for the Calgary Bandits. Here comes on a breakaway. Tries to shoot and scores! Max and Vander Sprite on a breakaway opens the scoring for the Calgary Bandits, and this Super Pet Arena erupts. Possibly the lifeline what the Calgary Bandits need. Grant now working up high, sends it over to Hunter Scrove. Scrove now sends it back behind over to Carter Kirkhoff. Working it back behind the net, it bounces off the boards. Carter Kirkhoff again. Waiting for a shooting lane, tries to take a shot. And that's saved by Braden Knowles. Can he get another strong pass? He will send it to Erwin Crowchild instead. Crowchild now driving it up high. And it will be a quick turnover possession for the Chaos. Now on a breakaway attempt, tries to shoot. And Braden Knowles makes that save. That was off the stick of Heath McCall. Now the other way for the Calgary Bandits. Blake Davies taken down, no call on that play. 10:45 remaining. Kept within the defensive zone of the Chaos. Now the Chaos have a chance to break out. Asher Pancoast. Michael Dick tries to take a shot and that goes far and wide. Dash. Carter Kirkhoff again. Over to Jacob Lalonde. Over to Michael Dick. Tries to take a shot and that goes far and wide. Decent knife now. Michael Dick driving it forward. Tries to shoot in front, but Braden Knowles stops that door. Erwin Crowchild now, 10:08 remaining. Erwin Crowchild driving it up high. Lost the stick, taken down, no call on that play either. And now we'll see some extracurricular activities, but cooler heads will prevail. Down back behind, over to Carter Kirkhoff. Sends it right across. Over to Michael Dick. Tries to shoot and scores! In between Braden Knowles. Make that 6-1, I believe. That went off number 21, Declan 21, Hunter Scrove, will say. I'll confirm during the second intermission to see who it went off. Now the other way for the Chaos now. Sends it across. These numbers are sometimes hard to see in the grey and the red coloring. Try my best out here. Michael Deck now, right in front, tries to take a shot. But blocked by a couple defenders. Braden Knowles make another save again. And we'll take our immediate timeout as it's 6-1. Southern Alberta Chaos leading the Calgary Bandits. You're watching CROW LAX TV on YouTube. Thanks for watching. All right, welcome back. Hope everybody got their refreshments and a break as well. We are back. 6-1 the score. Calgary Bandits. Not a good start to the game, but Southern Alberta Chaos making all sorts of pressure against the Calgary Bandits. But the building has come to life after number 14 for the Calgary Bandits opened the scoring. That was Mason Vandersprite who did that on a beautiful breakaway goal. We'll see how many more can the Bandits tally up. Meanwhile, it's in the possession of the Chaos. Carter Kirkhoff on the far wing. Now near side boards on the corner. And shot clock violation for the Chaos, so Jacob Lalonde won't be able to get a shot through. So now it's over to the Calgary Bandits area now. Calgary Bandits in the offensive zone. Jason Thorpe. Jason working with it. Still looking for a passing lane. Over to Easton Bauer. Lost the ball temporarily though. And fought along the penalty box area, and they will say it's a Calgary Bandits ball back to it. 8:36 remaining. Jason Thorpe. Jason Thorpe now sends it right in front. Now sends it all alone to the man in front, Talon Ozudak. Tries to take a shot, and Braden Knowles makes that save. Bandits now try to be all alone, but that pass goes high off everybody, including Jax Bushall. That was Maxon now. Coming now the other way is the Chaos. Chaos with it. Hale Maxwell Lester. Hale now. Working with it, Hale. Still looking for it. Right to Colton Lidke. Tries to take a shot, and pad save by Braden Knowles. Michael Dick now. Over to the far left wing. Back behind. Over to Carter Kirkhoff. Over to Thiessen Knife. Thiessen Knife with it. Back behind to Carter Kirkhoff. Sends it across. Down low. Tries to shoot, and that goes high and above the net. 7:20 remaining. Tries to take another shot and Braden Knowles makes that save. Now coming the other way. The pass was little too high for Paxton Basoli. Otherwise he could have been on a breakaway. Now the chaos opportunity come the other way. Michael Dick now. Right in front. Tries to take a shot and Braden Knowles makes that save. 6:59 remaining back behind the net. Sends it right across. Tries to take a shot and that stopped right in front. Now the Chaos will have to regroup. Carter Kirkhoff racing back behind to get it. Over to Dash Robichaud. Robichaud tries to take a shot. And Braden Knowles makes that save. Jax hasn't faced a shot in a while. Circled around. Back behind, over to Dash Robichaud. Dash Robichaud tries to take a shot and that goes far and wide. Braden Streifel now. Michael Dick now tries to take a shot and that's stopped by Braden Knowles. Braden Knowles has been under attack for a while now. 6:17 remaining. Making as many stops as he can to keep his team within the game. Over to Easton Bauer. Back behind over to Jason Thorpe. Jason Thorpe circles it around. And they'll say it's a turnover possession for the Chaos. Chaos with it. Sends it all the way in front for Asher Pankos, but couldn't get. He'll shoot and scores. I believe that's number 12, Dash Robichaud, who possibly might have a hat trick. Making it 7-1 because they took that ball as well. So I'll say that's a hat trick. Unless it's a player who firstly got a goal as well. So 7-1 Chaos. As things proceed along, they warded off that rebound to get that goal. Working it around back behind the net. Now it's all the way for the Chaos. That pass was a little too high and fast for Asher Pancoast. Over to Declan McLaughlin. Declan now tries to take a shot and saved by Jax. One of the first shots he has faced in a while now. Evan Reiger sends it right across. Dash Robichaud. Dash with it. Still looking for it. Dash. Sorry, pardon me. That's the Bandits, so it's Ethan Smith. Over to Ethan Mack. Sends it over to the far left. Tries to take a shot and try to sprawl and jump right in front of Jax, but couldn't get that shot through. 4:48 remaining. Now coming the other way for the tries to shoot and scores! Number 27, Talon Ozaduk. Talon Ozaduk, affiliate player coming into this game, will get the ball as well. And it will be 8-1 for the Chaos. With the number of affiliate players, hopefully they don't run out of balls that the teams can save. Ethan Mack now sends it up high. Now coming the other way is the Chaos. Chaos, it's with Kyle Max Leister. Tries to take a shot and Braden Knowles makes that save. Colin Letke and Braden Knowles make that save, but it popped out for a moment. He made sure it didn't go in. Pass aimed for over to Colin Chisholm, but couldn't get that through. It's with Erwin Crowchild now. Sends it up high over to Jason Thorpe. Right in front, but that save is made. Right around for the Chaos on a breakaway now. Here comes Braden Streifel. Braden Streifel tries to take a shot and saved by Braden Knowles. Takes another shot that popped out. Now it's coming the other way. Breakaway for the Bandits now. Bandits coming other way. Tries to take a shot and then stopped outside as well. Easton Smith. So end-to-end action. With 3:39 remaining. 8-1 the score for the Chaos. Michael Dick now. Sends it to the far left wing. Down low, tries to take a shot and saved by Braden Knowles. Back behind the net. For the Chaos, it's now 3:16 remaining. Over to Carter Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff up high, tries to shoot, and that goes back behind the net. Still working it around. 3 minutes remaining. Captain tight up high. Working around Carter Kirchhoff. Sends it Michael Dick and it gets shot and far and wide and into the meshes. Now Bandits will get to regroup and bring it forward into their offensive zone. Over to Declan McLaughlin. Declan McLaughlin went all by himself, tried to take a shot and saved by Jax. Now coming the other way, Chaos on a breakaway. Here is Heath McCall. Heath McCall waits for it and sends it over to Jet Matisho. Matisho now. Back behind for Michael Dick. Michael Dick with it. Sends it to the far left side. Over to Michael Dick again. Back behind, and that gets swiftly turned over for the possession. 2:10 remaining. Bandits now. Over to Colin Chisholm. Chisholm fought along the boards. Doesn't get a free. Now they will get a free. It's the Chaos that get a free. Dash Robichaud. Sorry, that's Asher Pancoast. Up high now. Working on the far left wing. 1:47 remaining. Back around over to Michael Dick. Right in front and right into the crease and saved by Braden Knowles. A glove save on that play. 1:39 remaining. Stolen by Michael Dick again. Michael Dick tries to take a shot and stopped right in front. 1:29 remaining. Worked alongside Calgary Bandits. Jason Thorpe. Loose ball for a moment, but grabbed by Jax Bushall. Over to Heath McCall. Heath McCall leaves it for Dash Robichaud, then heads for a change. 1:03 remaining. Dash Robichaud hands it over to Michael Dick. Sends it up high on the far left corner. Over to Carter Kirchhoff. Carter Kirchhoff tries to take a shot, and that bounces off the boards. 45 seconds remaining as the shot clock violation becomes real for the Chaos as well, with Bandits in possession now. New fresh 30 seconds and 40 seconds on the game clock. That will travel way behind as Blake Davis couldn't get a hold of that. 34 seconds remaining. Carter Kirchhoff. Sends it to the far left wing. Back behind the net, tries to take a shot. The Chaos, but couldn't get for it. 19 seconds remaining. Time will slowly wind down as Jax will have it. Jax now, Carter Kirchhoff. Michael Dick. Michael sends it right in front for Colton Litke, but couldn't get that shot through. 4 seconds remaining. Final shot attempt with 1 second to be exact remaining. One final rush and that will do it. 8-1 convincing lead for the Southern Alberta Chaos against the Calgary Bandits. You're watching CROW LAX TV. We'll take a quick 10-minute break and be right back. Thanks for watching. All right, good afternoon and welcome back. The score is 8-1 Southern Alberta Chaos. Let's go through the goal scoring summary just because I've got a few corrections. So number 12 for the Chaos opened the scoring. That's Dash Robichaud, assisted by number 16 Carter Kirkhoff. Then it was second goal from number 21 Hunter Scrove. Number 5 Michael Dick, the third goal. Fourth goal from number 18, Ty Hansen. Fifth goal by number 12, Dash Robichaud again, so his second goal of the game. Then the Bandits made it 5-1 thanks to goal from number 14, Maxim van der Sproet, the beautiful breakaway goal. Then shortly after, Chaos made it 6-1 thanks to Bauer De Ryder, number 19. Then it was number 18, Ty Hansen, Bauer De Ryder. That was his first goal of the campaign. That's why he got the ball. Number 18, Ty Hansen, his third goal of this campaign. And then number 27 for the Chaos as well, Talon Ozudok. The FLA player gets on the score sheet as well. So 8-1 the score is where things sit at with just 20 minutes remaining left to play. This game is still in anybody's hands. It's a bit of uphill climb for the Bandits. But don't count anyone just out yet. We'll see what transpires as the ball has been dropped. And Bandits will remain early possession. Blake Davies now circles it around, sets it up high. Sends it right across over to Jason Thorpe. Thorpe now sends it over to Paxton across Basoli. Paxton. Still with it. Circles around. Paxton itself. The assistant captain. Now it's over to Jason Thorpe. And now it will get swifted around for the Chaos. Chaos driving it up high. Over to the Chaos now. Over to Ty Hansen. Hansen still with it. Decent knife. And tries to take a shot. And Braden Newell shuts that door. 19:06 remaining. Braden Newells tried to send it over to his Bandits teammate, but quickly stolen by the Chaos. It's over to Tyler Osuduk. Sends it near side over to Dash Robichaud. Sends it to the far right side. Ty Hansen. Ty Hansen tried to take a shot and that bounced off the boards back behind in front. And that also stopped back behind the net, and it will hit the meshes and go out of bounds for a Calgary Bandits ball. Erwin Crowchild now. There was a defender right in front blocking a channel, but Erwin tried to get some distance on that ball. Heil Maxwell Leister now. Right over to Hunter Scrove. Scrove now sends it right across over to Thiessen Knife. Kirkhoff and tries to take his shot. And Ty Hansen. Now it's back the other way for the Bandits. Over to Eason Smith. Now it's quickly turned over for the Chaos. Michael Dick with it, waiting for his teammate to be set. Decent knife. Decent knife driving it forwards. Sprawling across. Right in front for Michael Dick, but loses it. Ty Hansen as well along that side. Decent knife now. Trying to take a shot. Decent knife. Still with it. Circles around. Cannot get a shooting lane through. Kept up high. Looking to exit the zone. Tries to shoot and scores! Southern Alberta Chaos makes it 9-1. Thanks to, I believe, of the stick of number 60, Carter Kirkhoff. Chaos will get natural possession out of it. Over to rider Douglas. Douglas now working with it. Sends it right across. Over to Dash Robichaud. Dash now. Circled it along on the far side. Right near side now. Tries to take a shot and Jet Matisho makes a save. Now it's Bandits coming the other way. Bandits driving it up high. Almost had a chance to shoot, but lost that ball temporarily. Over to Dash Robichaud again. Dash Robichaud keeps it for the time being for reinforcements to arrive. Sends it on to the far right corner. Over to Hyle Maxwell Lester. Now coming the other way is the Bandits. Bandits with some speed. Bandits still with it. Over to Maxim and Sprite. Now coming the other way is Chaos. Chaos all by himself. Michael Dick tries to take a shot and that hits the chest of Braden Knowles and escapes out of the net. Still a loose ball. Grabbed by the Chaos, Asher Pancoast. Right over to Keith McCall. Over to Ty Hansen. Ty Hansen up high. Sends on the far side. Over to Teason Knife. Tries to take a shot. And that stayed out as well. And ball will race all the way down to center floor. And even past the blue line, the neutral line. So it will be a Bandits possession time. Over to Paxton Brasoli. Paxton now circles around, tried to get loose from the Chaos defender. Chaos defender couldn't get one through as well. Back to Paxton. Paxton hit along the boards. Defended by Grant now. Stolen by the Chaos. Tries to shoot and scores. They'll say it's not a goal because he was within the crease. That was Ryder Douglas, so they'll wave it off. Opportunity for make it 10-1, but that won't happen. Now it's Blake Davis for the Bandits. Sending it up high to Jason Thorpe. Kept around the boards. Sending it all the way across. Chaos. We'll have to slow down the play for a bit. Hyle Maxwell Lester. Hyle now. Right over to Jet Matisho. Matisho with it. Sends across floor over to Michael Dick. Michael now. Working with it right in front, but that goes far and wide. It's back to Jet Matisho. Colton Litke. Colton Litke tries to shoot and Braden Knowles makes that save. Fought along the board still again. Now right over to Maxim van der Sprite. 14-19 remaining. Going now the other way. Over to Talon Oduzuk. Now coming the other way is the Bandits. Easton Smith all by himself. Tries to shoot and scores! Easton Smith puts some lifeline. And that has also brought some energy to the audience. In 9-2. Now it's Sender Rice now. Back behind. Looking for another one is the Bandits. Blake Davis struggling along. Erwin Crowchild now. Over to Erwin Crowchild with it, fighting along. He gets loose. Sends it over to Bio. Bio lost the ball though. So it will be over to Hyle Maxwell Lester. Hyle driving it forward. Sends it up high. Over to Ty Hansen. Hansen sends it over to Michael Dick. Michael Dick Right around to Thiessen Knife and over to Jed Matisho. Over to Ty Hansen. Tries to take a shot and that goes sprawls out. Another shot from Dash Robic out and he scores. So I believe that went off the stick of Dash Robichaud of the Chaos, and it will make it 10-0. Now it's the other way for the Chaos. Over to Talon Ozuduk. Ozuduk. Right over to Thiessen Knife. Thiessen Knife loses the ball. Stolen by Paxton, but Paxton couldn't keep it in. Thiessen Knife now. Circles around, waits for his reinforcement and Michael Dyke, but chooses to pass it to Jacob Lalonde instead. Loose ball now, grabs all the way behind, but it's intercepted by Michael Dyke. Dyke now tries to take a shot, and that's stopped by Braden Knowles. Right across in for Hunter's Grove. And they'll say it's a possession for the Calgary Bandits with 12:16 remaining. All by himself, single stick, Ethan Mack. That was a cool little move for the time being. Tries to take a shot and stopped right in front. That was Blake Davis with an attempt to shoot it. Blake Davis still hanging around with the ball, hasn't given up. Blake Davis with it. Sends it over to Easton Smith. Easton Smith. Blake Davis. Blake Davis looking for Easton Bauer as well. But it's Easton Smith with it. Easton Bauer. Keaton Bauer, pardon me. Easton Smith and Keaton Bauer. Little twist of the tongue. Blake Davis fought along the far boards. And shot clock will expire, so it will be a chaos ball for the time being. 11:25 remaining. The score remains 10 to the Chaos. Ty Hansen sends it to Dash Robichaud. Dash now. Over to Thiessen Knife and over to Michael Dyke. Michael Dyke. Tries to take a shot and that escapes the net. Declan McLaughlin now. Kept along the far side. Delay penalty coming up for the Chaos. Illegal cross-checking call, so Chaos heads to the box. They're culprit for the third time this game. But no power play goals for the Calgary Bandits though. With 11 minutes remaining, they have an 8-goal deficit to erase. But we'll start with a power play with Colin Chisholm at center floor. Colin now sends it up high over to Blake Davis. Davis tries to take a shot, swung at it, but that goes for him by Colin now. Right in front for Jason Thorpe. Thorpe still with it. Loose ball. Thorpe interferes. And it will be a chaos ball with that play. Over to Ryder Douglas. Douglas working along all by himself. Short-handed. Sends it over to Jacob Lalonde. Over to Michael Dyke. Over to Jed Matisho. Matisho sends it up high. Lalonde is waiting. Over to Matisho. Matisho still with it. Over to Colton Litke. Litke now. Over to Lalonde. Lalonde takes a shot, but that goes high and wide as the shot clock expires. It's a Calgary Bandits ball. Calgary Bandits on a breakaway, tries to shoot. And that goes stopped as well. That was Colin Chisholm with it. Ethan Mack now. Ethan Mack driving it forward, but stopped right in front. It's the Chaos breaking out loose now. It's over to Evan Reiger. Evan Reiger are driving it up high. Stopped shot though of the shooting lane. Ty Hansen over to Dash Robichaud. Crossed it over to the far right side. Decent knife. Sorry, that's Kata Kirkhoff. Tries to take a shot and Braden Knowles makes that save. 9:18 remaining. We'll take a media timeout. So the Southern Alberta Chaos lead 10-2 against the Calgary Bandits. You're watching CROW LAX TV on YouTube. We'll take a quick break and be right back. And we are back. Thanks for watching CROW LAX TV on YouTube. This is the Happy Stampeding Week in Calgary. If you haven't checked out the Stampeding festivities, do so over the weekend. Back to the action with Erwin Crowchild now. Right over to Bew Gartrey. Gartrey waiting for it. Erwin Crowchild. Bew now. Working with it. Still tries to take a shot and that goes all the way high. Up into the ceiling and still racing it all the way down. And it will hit the meshes eventually. Chaos now will have possession though. As Hunter's Crow is chasing for it. Over to Jet Matisho. Matisho now. Sends it near side. Tries to take a shoot and scores! That's from number 21, Hunter's Grove. A bullet of a shot. And makes it 11-2 for the Chaos. And now this hill got steeper for the Calgary Bandits with 8:38 remaining. Michael Dick and Blake Davis at center floor. Blake Davis will win the faceoff for the Calgary Bandits. Try to take a shot and Jax makes a save on that one. Dylan Ozuduk back behind. Over to Dash Robichaud. Robichaud now sends it to the far side, far right wing. Right in front, tries to shoot and scores! Dash Robichaud yet once again putting those shots in. It's 12-2 Chaos. Ryder Douglas. And Maxen van der Sprout. Still fighting for the ball. Gets recovered. Chaos. Evan Reiger. Over to Jet Matisho. Matisho. Right over to Hunter Scrove. Scrove now. And that ball, I believe, ended up in the benches, so they will get it back to the Calgary Bandits. Erwin Crowchild battle along with Keaton Bauer. Taken by the Chaos Hyle Maxwell Leister. Over to Teason Knife. Teason Knife driving it. Teason Knife exchanges it to Bauer De Ryder and drives it forward. Sends it to the near side. Colton Litke, little too high of a pass for him, so it will reach all the way on the other side of the floor with 7:15 remaining. The ball in possession for Easton Smith. Easton Smith drives it forward, tries to take a backhand shot. Blake Davis, but was not successful. Now the other end for Ryder Douglas. Douglas now. Right over to Asher Pancoast. Pancoast. Over to Dash Robichaud. Dash Robichaud now. Tries to take a shot and that goes far and wide. 6:42 remaining. The ball this time for the Chaos again. Jacob Lalonde will retrieve it. Jacob back behind. Tries to take a shot and that goes far and wide. Dash Robichaud. It races all the way the length of the floor, so it will be tried to be retrieved by Bugatri. Bu now. 6:30 remaining. Bu. Over to Jason Thorpe. Thorpe sends it up high over to Keaton Bauer and saved in front for Jax. Jax now sending it up high over to Asher Pancoast. Pancoast now waiting for it. Fumbled it a bit or would have left it for Ty Hansen as well. Over to Carter Kirchhoff. Carter working it up high. Now it's coming the other way. Hit along the boards. Now it's Calgary Bandits trying to get loose as well. It was all the way a single effort by Paxton Brusoli, the assistant captain. Paxton still with it. Lost the ball this time. Ethan Mack now. Ethan Mack tries to take a shot and saved by Jax. 5:37 remaining. Right over to Hyle Maxwell Lester. Lester now. This will improve their record to 12-1-0 with this win. If they do manage it, the Southern Alberta Chaos. Right over to Jacob Lalonde. Tries to take a shot and that goes far and wide. It's Ty Hansen. Decent knife now. Tries to take a shot, but that fumbled out of his stick. So it will be a shot clock violation and Calgary Bandits possession. Over to Easton Smith. Get loose now. Bu now. Now it's stolen by the Chaos. All the way on a breakaway. Tries to shoot and scores! Jet Matisho puts one in. 13-2 the score. Or sorry, it might be Michael Dick who put it in. Thought I saw number 9. It's number 5 instead. .453 remaining as Blake Davis tangled across. Now it's the other way for the Chaos. Over to Telen Ozadok. Right back behind to Colton Letke. Letke sends it right across, tries to take a shot, and that goes far and wide. Calgary Chaos possession still. Sorry, Southern Alberta Chaos possession still. Calgary Bandits try to retrieve it. Now it's a Calgary Bandits possession. 4:20 remaining. Bandits with it. Kept along the boards. Nathan Foster. Nathan Foster stuck along the board. Still the Bandits. Bandits still working with it. Now it's the other way for the Chaos. Chaos all by himself on a breakaway. Tries to shoot and Braden Newells makes a save. That was Ryder Douglas with that opportunity. 3:48 remaining. Bandits coming now the other way. It's over to Aiden Sheldrake. Grand now. Grand lost his stick, taken away. Hyle Maxwell Lester. And they'll say there was pushing and shoving, so it will be a chaos ball now. Hyle Maxwell Lester. Lester over to Jed Matisho. Jed Matisho now driving it up high. Jed Matisho. Teason Knife arrives. Teason Knife circles around. Over to Dash Robichaud. And over to Ty Hansen. Carter Kirkhoff tries to take a shot. And that goes for a wide, and that was Ty Hansen as well with an opportunity. Now coming the other way is the Bandits. Bandits coming up strong. All by himself. That was the Bandits' opportunity. Braden Newells now saves it. And it's sent other way to Paxton. Paxton now sends it to the far left side. Over to Colin Chisholm. Chisholm on the far end. Chisholm still fighting for it all by himself. Gets loose. Chisholm tries to take a shoot and scores. That was a beauty of your play. Made it. Kept it with patience. Couple get around. And 13-3 the score. The comeback effort might be a little too late, but you can say that was beauty of a goal from Colin Chisholm, who waited patiently, got through a couple defenders and made it work. Michael Dick now circling around behind the net, looking for a goal as well this time. Dash Robichaud over to Colton Litke. Robichaud over to Jacob Lalonde. Right in front, but Braden Newells makes a save. How high of a pass can he send it to? We'll try to send it to Easton Smith, but that gets out of reach. 2 minutes remaining, the final minutes winding down. Hyle Maxwell Lester sends it up high over to Dash Robichaud. Dash Robichaud with it. Sends it back behind over to Teason Knife. Teason Knife takes a back at it, but Jacob Lalonde makes a couple defensive plays. Teason Knife with it. Teason Knife circling it around back behind the net. Teason Knife back behind. Tries to take a shot, and Braden Newells makes a save. 1:25 remaining. That races all the way up high and reaches way back behind. 1:18 remaining. Sends it right across over to Talon Ozuduk. Dash Robichaud with it. On the far right wing. Tries to take a shot, and Hunter Scrubb's shot was saved. 55 seconds remaining. Braden Newells. And they'll say it's a Southern Alberta Chaos ball. A mistake from the Calgary Bandits. Dash Robichaud for the final 44 seconds. Dash Robichaud on the far right side. Try to shoot and scores. I believe on the far side that was Hunter Scrove, who will have the 14th goal. Ryder Douglas and Blake Davis right at center floor with one final rush for each of these teams. And the Chaos will take a timeout with 31 seconds remaining. We'll take a quick break and right back. You're watching CROW LAX TV on YouTube. A quick shout out to our viewers watching on the YouTube channel, Leon Greenlee and Michael Rieger. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Also shout out to my production crew team, Keenan, as well. Appreciate your help today. With 15 seconds remaining, Chaos have pulled their goaltender. Working with it. And tries to take a shot. One final rush for the Chaos. Dash Robic out with it. Tries to take a shot, and that's stopped and wide. And as the seconds wind down, it's a convincing victory for the Southern Alberta Chaos. 14-3 the score. If I go through the scoring summary, it will be a whole long list, so I'll leave it right there. Thanks for spending the Saturday afternoon with us. Thanks for watching Junior B at Tier 2. The Southern Alberta Chaos win this one by a score of 14-3. Have a great weekend.